Over there? Okay. I met Karl in 1970. Karl was 26, I was 29, and he was on camp. Oh, and Kendra was 3. Where's Kendra? There she is.
Put that microphone up here.
Right there. Is that what you want? Woo! Okay. Well, I was on the search committee looking for a new faculty member in economics, and we had brought in a couple of people, and we wanted to keep Karl warm, but he was not our first choice. And thanks to God, the first 2 people we made offers to rejected us. So we were able to land the big tuna. And Karl's impatience showed itself right away. When he was out, we were just trying to keep him warm. He would call the department chair and say, I know exactly what you're doing. You're making offers to other people, and they want more time to think it over. And I'm here, and you're trying to keep me alive. And I'll tell you one thing, if you finally get down to me and make me an offer, I'll accept it and I'll come. But I just ran into this, Karl, make you feel a little better. St. Thomas Lutheran Church in Leipzig, Germany, was looking for a new director of music. And they had a search committee. And the first 5 people they made offers to rejected them. They finally were dealing with their sixth best candidate. And they were able to finally put a deal together with him. And he happened to be Johann Sebastian Bach. So, I'll bet you everybody here has had this experience. I think I need 2 hands. And that is, you're talking to Karl and you look in his eyes and all of a sudden you can see he's just glazed over. He's no longer interested in what you're talking because it's coming too slow. He's thinking about some dead guys he's going to work on tomorrow morning, and he's going to go to the lake cabin Thursday night, and he is just zoned out from your conversation. Has that happened to anybody? Or the other one is, you're talking to him and you're thinking you're really getting right where you want to be, and all of a sudden he starts going, yeah, what are you trying to tell me? Get to the point. What is it? My time is valuable. I can't sit here all day listening to you. So, anybody else that happened to? Yeah. So, then I'm a rookie finance guy at McAllister, and I have to make my first annual presentation to the faculty on the financial status of the college, which was shitty. So I put this thing together painstakingly. I thought I did a good job, and I'm making this presentation, and I'm probably 20% into the presentation, and I look out at the faculty, about 120 of them there, and Karl's about 4 rows back, right in the center, and he's looking at me, and he's going. So that makes a guy feel good. So, and the other thing Karl hates is owner's manuals. So Karl bought a nice 2012 BMW 5 Series. And for 8 years I heard him whining about, Becky buys these Buicks and it has this heated steering wheel, and he said, next car I buy is going to have a heated steering wheel like Becky's Buick. So he trades the thing in 2020, and he's digging all the stuff out of the glove compartment, and he looks at it and it says, cold weather kit. He had heated steering wheel in his car all those years. So in 2003, I retired from Swarthmore College and came back and happily rejoined the MAC faculty. And there was no office up in the econ department for me. And Karl said, well, I'll fix that. He said, I'll just have facilities bring a desk in and put a desk for you in my office. So I was over in the corner of Karl's office, which gives me free access to this steady stream of students coming through. I've heard it all. Academics, jobs, life, how to dress, how to shake hands, why it's important to look people in the eye when you talk to them, how to comport yourself in a whole bunch of different arrangements. And this you might not know about the Eggman, and that is, Egge he's a real stickler for table manners. So every kid that came under his wing had lessons in, I don't even want to start there, but he had lessons in table manners. And I learned from him, I thought I had good table manners, but I didn't know how to fold a napkin in my lap properly so you can kind of slide your hands in and wipe them off, and the outside of the napkin doesn't get dirty. Thanks, Hageman. The other thing that I really like is Karl and I have been best friends for like 53 years. And our kids, so for now I have 2 kids. Karl, the oldest batch, where are they? Right there. Yeah.
She's the oldest.
Yeah. They're good friends. And most recently, Karl's grandson and our granddaughter met in some semester-long program up in Vermont, and they're buddies. They're now both going to Colorado College. So we got 3 generations of friendship going through there. I think that's pretty wonderful.
Yep.
Okay, our families. We've played a lot together. We've skied, both water skiing and snow skiing. We've canoed. We've road tripped. I remember one time going skiing, and we had one of those foam. Do you know what he's doing now?
Just talk to me, Mike.
Oh, I thought you were going like this again.
He's working up to that.
Yeah, he's coming. I'm almost done. So we had one of those squeaky foam coolers that would not stop squeaking all the way from St. Paul to Billings, Montana.
Ooh.
And that thing was murdered in Karl's mom's front. Okay. Well, obviously, I love the Eggies. And as for you, Mr. Eggman, I love you. I love and value our friendship. And it's pretty clear to me, you are the brother I never had. Aww. So happy birthday, big guy. Happy 80th. Salute! I'd give you a kiss, but too many people here, Karl.
We've seen it.
Okay. Becky, who's this go to?
I think it goes to Kendra.
Oh.
Hi, Karl.
There we go.
We're doing it together, and we're so sorry that Greta's not here, but, Disney cruises don't stop for Dad's birthday, so it's just us. But sort of leaning on what Becky was saying about how when Dad had a stroke and he received hundreds of emails, the funniest thing just happened the other night. Kendra and Erica and I were all hanging out together, and Dad said, "Hey, can you go grab something from my desk?" So we went over there, and we're digging around, and lo and behold, we found this massive scrapbook. Just massive, wasn't it, Erica? Huge, huge. This massive scrapbook. And we pulled it out, and there was a handwritten note on the title of this scrapbook saying, "Tributes to me." Karl Egge, Volume 1.
We were blown away that this book was so thick. But then we thought, this makes total sense, because think about all the events he's had for himself. Going back to the 30, 60, 90 birthday party, his sort of fake retirement party, his real retirement party, Not to mention all the thoughtful emails that he got over this past really hard year. They were all in there.
So, you know, of course we had to take a peek. So upon opening the book, we saw that he'd saved every kind message from everyone. And he'd even highlighted his favorite accolades. We sat up all night reading through them. We weren't surprised that they fall into 3 common themes. And for the sake of brief toasts, we're sharing the common themes about Dad. Here they are. He's a fixer, a mixer, and a teacher. So the first theme is, Karl is a fixer. Now you might think the only way this man knows how to fix things is with duct tape. You know, like strapping in a broken bicycle car seat so the baby doesn't fall out. Or duct taping maybe the back of his favorite, what's it called?
Trailer.
Yeah, that trailer, that wooden trailer. Some people actually call that doing an Egge job. But he also helps fix people up, mob style. Need a job? I got a guy. So how many of you have received emails telling you that you had to hire a student, or that the 2 of you need to connect? Raise your hand. Yeah, look at that. It's as if Dad is the model of which they use LinkedIn to create. Part of his fixing efforts include some etiquette lessons. How many of you, oh my gosh, and this is totally a theme, right? How many of you have been taught how to shake a hand, how to hold your knife correctly, where to place your silverware when you're done eating? In fact, quick question. Can all of you, just because you've now learned the whole handshake thing, just put your hands up in the air like you're shaking a hand? Let's see everybody. Grab in, give it a squeeze, shake it twice, take it away.
When I did that at the state fair to the governor, he said, "Ooh, that feels good."
Wise more handshake.
There's also some fixing in the personal hygiene department. One guy in the scrapbook wrote, "I was mortified when you looked me in the eye and told me point blank, I need to use deodorant and maybe trim my hair. And I got the job." So instead of curbing your impulsivity, we love how you coach people not to reject your suggestions right away, even if they seem really stupid. We're supposed to give it the 5-minute rule. Or else he'll say, "Here's an idea. I'm not sure I like it, but..." And we can say that overall, your fixing efforts seem to really make a difference.
The second theme is Karl is a mixer. He loves to connect with people, connect people to each other, and ultimately wants to spend time with you and have some fun. This person wrote, "You can't imagine my culture shock when we were asked to discuss how our parents met and fell in love while having a dinner at your house. My parents had an arranged marriage. Some of the stories left me blushing." How many of you have had a meal at the house? How many of you have been at a dinner when he asks everyone to go around the horn and answer a question that he's posed? Like, how did your parents meet and fall in love? Where many of us would prefer not to approach or pester someone, Dad would say, give them a chance to say yes. If we say, whoa, hang back, he says, dive in. Ask if they want to sit with you, if they want to tie up their boat to yours. Tell everyone what they should know about each other. And more often than not, we all end up appreciating where it leads.
The third theme that popped up, no surprise, is that Karl is a true teacher. His golden rule is be nice to the dipshits. You never know when they're going to be your boss, or your neighbor, or your husband. You gotta follow the 49-51 rule. Do you all know this one?
No.
You just have to ask people just slightly more about themselves than you talk about yourself. what happens is they'll walk away thinking they had a great conversation and thinking about what a great listener you are. He also taught the power of looking on the bright side. Even if everything was going wrong and it was pouring rain, he'd say, "Are we having fun yet?" And I don't know if you guys know the song that he sometimes sings.
We like it here, we like it here, fucking A, we like it here.
As an economist, he always liked to rate things. Have you heard him say, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, as if you didn't know. He taught us about supply and demand by explaining the problem that he had having 4 daughters. To motivate, he used some interesting, maybe incalculable math, like, I'll give you $1 for every time you don't say like. Like you could really figure that out.
Like, you know?
Sometimes our dad's example was much better than the words he used. For example, he's a horny guy. In his vocabulary, in case you didn't know, horny means enthusiastic. Horny is like, he's horny to have fun. He's horny to go to the cabin. He's horny to get on the pontoon. He's horny to eat a fabulous Becky Moose meal. And most of all, he's horny to be with all of us.
After we put away the scrapbook and we were reflecting on all of these things, we're just grateful that he's still here.
Yes.
Still fixing, still mixing, still teaching. So cheers to our dad, horny Karl.